We're about to break through the veil that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. There's a level of understanding known only to the highest few that allows you to shift reality itself. This isn't just philosophy. It's about fundamentally altering how the universe responds to you. The top 1% who hold the 33rd degree knowledge understand the truth. The rules of reality are malleable. The first key to bending reality is recognizing how much power is stored in your perception. Most people think they experience the world objectively, but perception is active, not passive. Your reality is constantly molded by how your mind interprets it. This understanding is the beginning of unlocking the 33rd degree knowledge. The top 1% see the world through a vastly different lens. They don't just react to it, they shape it. Every thought, belief, and assumption you hold is a building block of your reality. If you want to bend reality, stop thinking of your mind as a receiver of information and start seeing it as a projector. Your thoughts are blueprints. If you think in terms of scarcity, you experience scarcity. If you think in terms of abundance, your reality shifts. The top 1% know that reality bends to the most persistent thoughts in their mind. Beliefs are the foundation of your perception. People think beliefs are reactions to the world, but in reality, they shape it. Change your beliefs, and your world changes. The top 1% believe in the impossible because they don't accept self-imposed limits. Beliefs shape every opportunity, every interaction, every outcome. Next time you face a challenge, stop seeing it as an obstacle and realize it's just another opportunity shaped by your beliefs. The 33rd degree knowledge teaches that challenges aren't external. They reflect internal limitations, beliefs that need to be addressed. Once you shift your internal beliefs, the external obstacles dissolve. The top 1% understand that every problem is a signal pointing toward a belief that needs to be upgraded or discarded. The real breakthrough happens when you realize that your beliefs are the foundation of your reality. Once you understand this, you can change them. The top 1% constantly upgrade their beliefs, treating them like tools that need sharpening. Unlike most, they don't cling to outdated beliefs just because they've held them for years. People often get stuck by clinging to old beliefs as if their life depends on them. But the truth is, your life doesn't depend on your beliefs. Your reality does. The next piece of the puzzle is identity. The top 1% understand that identity is the strongest force shaping their lives. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, that becomes your reality. If you see yourself as someone who creates and bends reality to their will, then that's exactly what will happen. Identity is fluid. The top 1% are masters at shifting their identity to match the reality they want to create. They don't wait for external proof to believe in their new identity. They step into it first, and the external reality follows. Most people wait for evidence before believing something about themselves. The top 1% know that evidence comes only after belief has been established. Reality is shaped by thoughts, beliefs, and identity. But the top 1% know that time is a construct that can be bent, stretched, and collapsed. Time is flexible and responds to the energy you bring to it. Everything exists in a state of potential, waiting for you to focus your energy on it. The top 1% collapse time by aligning their energy with the version of the future they want to experience. They don't wait for the future to come. They bring it to the present. They embody their future selves now, acting as if their goals are already achieved, and because they vibrate at that frequency, the universe delivers it. If you want to make this shift, it's not just about positive thinking, it's about transforming your entire approach to life. That's why we've curated a selection of resources in the description to help you elevate your mindset and start embodying the future you want right now. By using these tools, you'll be taking action toward your future self. So, don't wait for change to happen. Start making it happen today, because the future is yours to create. Most people live in a constant state of waiting for the right moment, the perfect opportunity, or external validation, but waiting only keeps you in a state of inertia. The top 1% know that there's no such thing as the right time. There's only the time you create. To manifest faster, you must stop waiting and start embodying the reality you want to live in. Action is a bridge between the present and the future. The top 1% don't wait for their desires to manifest. They take aligned action. They take action from a place of certainty, knowing their desired future is already on its way. Each action they take is infused with the energy of their future reality, speeding up the manifestation process. The mistake most people make is taking action from fear or doubt. They try to force things to happen, creating resistance. The top 1% know that aligned action comes from trust. They don't need to control every detail, as they trust the universe is working in their favor. The final key to bending reality is understanding your relationship with the universe. The top 1% know they're not isolated beings, but part of a much larger force. This force is always working with them, but only if they know how to align with it. The universe operates on principles, and when you align with them, reality bends in your favor. The top 1% know how to listen to the universe and recognize its signals. They're always in the right place at the right time. The universe communicates through synchronicities, patterns, and intuitive nudges, and the top 1% have developed a heightened sensitivity to these signals. They don't dismiss their intuition or coincidences as random. They know these are signs guiding them toward their desired reality. When you align your energy, beliefs, and identity with the universal flow, reality bends to your will. The most powerful insight of the 33rd degree knowledge is that you're not here to conquer reality, but to flow with it. True mastery comes when you let go of the need to control and start co-creating with the universe. The universe doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to who you are. Most people live in a constant state of waiting for the right moment, the perfect opportunity, or external validation. But waiting only puts you in a state of inertia. The top 1% know there's no such thing as the right time. There's only the time you create. To manifest faster, stop waiting and start embodying the reality you want to live in. The next layer of bending time is understanding that action is a bridge between the present and the future. The top 1% don't sit around waiting for desires to manifest. They take aligned action. They don't act out of fear or desperation, but from a place of certainty, knowing their future is already on its way. Most people make the mistake of forcing things to happen out of fear or doubt, which creates resistance. The top 1% know that aligned action comes from trust, not control. They move through life with ease, trusting the universe to support them. The final key to bending reality is understanding your relationship with the universe. The top 1% know that they're not isolated beings. They're connected to a larger, more powerful force. This force, whether called the universe or infinite intelligence, works with you if you know how to align with it. The top 1% understand the universe is always communicating through synchronicities, patterns, and intuitive nudges. They don't ignore their intuition or dismiss coincidences as random. They know these are signs guiding them toward their desired reality. When you align with the universe's flow, you stop pushing against reality and start co-creating with it. The universe doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to who you are. By aligning your energy, beliefs, and identity with the universe, reality bends to your will. The most powerful insight is that you're not here to conquer reality, but to flow with it. The top 1% understand that force creates resistance. True mastery comes when you let go of the need to control and co-create with the universe. The top 1% live in a state of constant gratitude, not just for what they have, but for what's coming. They practice anticipatory gratitude, appreciating blessings that are already on their way. This mindset attracts more of what they desire and keeps them aligned with the universe. The top 1% also master the art of presence. They live in the now, knowing every thought, feeling, and action shapes what's to come. When you're fully present, you're at the height of your creative power, shaping your future moment by moment. The 33rd degree knowledge is about aligning with the natural flow of the universe, mastering your thoughts, emotions, and energy, and living in a state of gratitude and presence. Reality is not something that happens to you, it's something you create. The top 1% live by this principle, and now so can you. Most people live in a constant state of waiting, hoping for the right moment or external validation. However, waiting only leads to inertia. The top 1% know there's no perfect time. They create the time they need. To manifest faster, stop waiting and start embodying the reality you want to live in. Action is the bridge between the present and future. The top 1% take aligned action, but not from fear or desperation. They take action from a place of certainty, knowing their desired future is already on its way. Every action they take is infused with the energy of their future reality. The mistake most people make is acting from a place of doubt or fear. This only creates resistance. The top 1% act from trust, knowing that every step they take is supported by the universe. They move through life with ease, understanding that the universe is working with them, not against them. The final key to bending reality is understanding your relationship with the universe. The top 1% know they're part of a larger force and align with it. The universe works with them, but only when they know how to align with its principles. This alignment allows reality to bend in their favor. The top 1% listen to the universe's signals, recognizing synchronicities and intuitive nudges. They don't dismiss coincidences or ignore their intuition. They know these are signs guiding them toward their desired reality, and they always remain in sync with the universe. When you align your energy, beliefs, and identity with the universal flow, reality bends to your will. The top 1% know they're not here to conquer reality, but to flow with it. True mastery comes when you stop trying to control everything and start co-creating with the universe. Gratitude is a powerful energy frequency. The top 1% practice gratitude for not only what they have, but for what is already on its way. They live in a state of anticipatory gratitude, knowing that their appreciation sends a signal to the universe to bring more into their lives. Presence is key. The top 1% are fully present, knowing that creation happens in the moment. When you're present, you're at the height of your creative power. Being distracted by the past or future leaks energy, but when you're in the now, you're shaping your reality in real time. The 33rd degree knowledge is about aligning with the universe's flow, mastering your thoughts, emotions, and energy, and living in gratitude and presence. Reality is not something that happens to you. It's something you create. The top 1% live this truth every day, and now you can too.